The Xabi Alonso era is officially underway. Today we are breaking down his explosive first press conference, including his thoughts on Kopama, Palestra, and the private truth about Enzo Fernández's future. Plus, it's looking truly over for Garnacho as we close in on a £42 million exit. While Rayo Vallecano are moving the goalpost on Pep Chavarría, and how we just swiped Wigan's 18-year-old midfield unicorn, Harrison Bettoni. We have a lot to break down, but before we dive into it, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. But if you have been following me for a while, you know the drill. Help your boy get to that 10k subscriber mark. Let's dive into it. Xabi Alonso's first ever press conference is officially in the books, and I can't lie, I'm absolutely gassed. Our new boss has so much to say, and the way he's speaking already have me incredibly excited for this new era. Let's break down exactly what he has to say, starting with our new signing Marco Palestra. People are wondering how quickly he can adjust to life in England, but Xabi is clearly a massive fan of his versatility and attitude. He broke it down like this. He has so many great qualities for modern football. He can play in a back four or a back five. On the left, we need to keep working with him to adapt to the Premier League. He has a great mentality in terms of competitiveness and his hunger. Having a defender who can slot in a back four or a back five, especially on the left, gives us so much tactical flexibility. It's going to take a bit of work to bring him up to speed with the physical demand of the Premier League. But that kind of hunger and mentality, I have no doubt Xabi is going to mold him into an absolute beast for us. Naturally, everyone wants to know what our new boss thinks of our star boy Kopama. It's only been few days on the training pitch, but it didn't take long for the boss to realize how special Kopama is. When asked about his first impression of him, Xabi said, "We have had a few training sections already. From the first day you can see he's a special talent. It's not easy to have one of those. You notice his quality, how good he can play, his decisions. I'm happy that he comes back in a good mood, with a good mindset to have a great season. We are looking forward to getting the best out of him. He will be a key player." I love hearing this. Kopama is the heartbeat of our attack, and when Xabi already recognizes his early decision making and quality is massive. It sounds like Kopama walked into Koban with the perfect mindset, and if Xabi is dedicated to building around him and getting the absolute best out of him, we are in for a very, very fun season. Then came the big looming question that every Chelsea fan has been talking about: Enzo Fernández's future. There has been so much noise and speculation, but Xabi shut down the drama with pure class and authority. When pressed on their talks whether he actually wants to keep Enzo at Chelsea, Xabi kept it brief, but incredibly firm. "We have spoken, but that remains private. Do you want to keep him at Chelsea? Yes." Short, sharp, and straight to the point. No media games, no beating around the bush. I love that he kept the detail of their conversation private. That's proper player management. But his simple answer yes tells us everything we need to know. Enzo is a crucial part of our midfield plan, and Xabi wants him. Finally, Xabi laid his blueprint for what he expects from this squad. He isn't just looking for tactical discipline, he's demanding a complete cultural shift in terms of desire and work ethic. When asked about the specific characteristics he wants from our player, he made it clear that talent alone isn't going to cut it. We need hunger, passion. We want to improve. The Premier League is so competitive. We need to prepare ourselves. We need to be determined in the details, how they want to play, but the most important bit of our game. This is exactly what we have been crying out for. Premier League is an absolute dogfight, and we can't afford to coast. Xabi is demanding hunger, passion, and obsession with minor details. If we want to compete at the very top again, the players have to buy into the intensity and focus entirely on mastering our own style of play. The boss have spoken, and honestly I'm fully on the board. But moving on, let's talk about Alejandro Garnacho, because it's looking like things are truly over between him and us. The writing on the wall and the transfer saga is moving fast. First off, he's not even in the squad right now. The club has officially given him permission to skip training while things get sorted out. The root of the problem is pretty simple. He wants guaranteed starts, and right now we can't give him that. According to Alex Crew, Garnacho has not returned to training with Chelsea's permission. If he wants a guarantee of first-team football, which he does not currently have, Chelsea value him at £43 million and has interest from multiple clubs in Europe, Saudi Arabia, and the Premier League. And it looks like things are progressing incredibly quick behind the scenes. But BBCN dropped an update. Chelsea believe deal for Garnacho to leave is close, £42 million price tag. If you are wondering how we get to this point, You have to look at how last season ended. It turns out that Garnacho was really hurting over how little he was being used in the final stretch of the 2025-2026 campaign. Kenan Gill broke down the numbers, and honestly, you can kind of see why the player is frustrated. Garnacho is believed to have been disappointed by a lack of opportunities towards the end of the 2025-2026 season. He started only one of the last 12 fixtures. Only one start in the final 12 games is tough for any ambitious young player. Because of the lack of game time, the Athletic confirmed Garnacho is keen to leave Chelsea in order to get regular first team football. Now, where is he actually going? According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea believe that more clubs will join the race for Garnacho. In fact, Roma has already stepped up with a concrete offer to try to tempt us. The Mariazzo reported the exact structure of their bid. Roma has offered a 4.2 million loan for Garnacho with an option to buy for 30 million, which could turn into obligation on certain conditions being met. A loan with an option that could become an obligation feels risky for us, especially when we want to recoup a decent fee. Even Xabi Alonso had to address the elephant in the room during his press conference. He didn't try to hide the fact that Garnacho is on his way out, keeping it very professional but realistic where things stand. We have spoken with the sporting directors. There is interest in him from other clubs. Let's see how it's developed. Hopefully, it finishes in the best possible way for all parties. When the manager is openly talking about the best possible way for all parties to wrap things up, you know it's a wrap. It's a shame it didn't work out for him here. But if we can get close to that £42 million or £43 million mark, it's probably best for everyone that we part ways. But moving on, if you have been wondering why the Pep Chavarría deal has been dragging out like a dramatic soap opera, I have updates for you. It turns out the transfer is taking forever. We finally have the inside scoop on why negotiations have hit a complete bottleneck. Let's look at the first one. It looks like our friends over at Rayo Vallecano are playing some mind games in the transfer fee. Then Jacob broke down the situation, and honestly, it's beyond frustrating. There's a feeling Rayo Vallecano has moved the goalposts for Pep Chavarría. Chelsea were originally told to offer £12.8 million, and they hit that number only for Vallecano to ask more. It's incredibly cheeky for Rayo Vallecano to wait for us to match the exact demand before suddenly deciding they want a bigger payday. But despite the club-to-club drama, there is a massive factor keeping this deal alive. Xabi Alonso is completely obsessed with getting him. Xabi sees him as a vital piece of the puzzle. Chavarría is doing everything in his power to get his dream move to Stamford Bridge. Matteo Morito revealed how far the player is willing to go. Pep Chavarría is a specific request of Xabi Alonso, who consider him an ideal for playing several positions. The player has taken a pay cut to try and facilitate a full agreement with the parties. When a player is actively taking a pay cut to bridge the gap, you know he's fully committed to the badge before he arrives. Plus, Xabi Alonso's tactical vision makes total sense here. Having someone who can seamlessly transition between a traditional left back, a wing back, and even sit in a back three is exactly the kind of flexibility we need under the new boss. Because we are determined to secure Xabi Alonso's priority target, and we aren't letting Rayo Vallecano greed to store us for longer, we're officially taking matters into our own hands and cranking up the heat. Matteo Morito confirms that Chelsea are accelerating for Pep Chavarría. They are about to submit a new offer of £17 million plus 4.2 in bonuses. We are putting a total package of £21 million on the table. With a £17 million guaranteed fee with a 4.2 million in add-ons doesn't get Rayo Vallecano to finally sign the papers, I don't know what will. It's a significant jump from our initial valuation. But when Xabi Alonso explicitly identifies a player as a must-have, he must back the manager. Let's hope this fresh acceleration gets the deal over the line. But moving on, we have officially done it again. While our rivals are busy overanalyzing spreadsheets, our recruitment team quietly went into the EFL and swiped one of the most unique young profiles in the country. If you haven't heard of Harrison Bettoni, don't worry, Rand's the only one. But words on the streets, especially when you look at his metrics, is that we have a massive player for the future on our hands. So am I even calling him a Kopama type signing? According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea agreed deal to sign 18-year-old talent Harrison Bettoni. Here we go. English attacking midfielder joins Wigan on a free transfer with compensation contract at Chelsea until 2030. They have secured a long-term contract running until 2030, beating out heavyweights like Manchester City and AC Milan. Bettoni is an incredibly rare physical and technical anomaly. Usually when a player stands at 6'3", coaches stick them at centre back or instruct them to hold up play as a traditional target man. Not Bettoni, he operates with elegance and lateral quickness of a traditional playmaker, but in a heavyweight frame. If you want to know the kind of elite mentality we are getting, you only have to look back at November 22, 2025, when Bettoni made his senior debut against AFC Wimbledon. Wigan were trailing 1-0 and looked completely devoid of ideas. Manager Morgan Lowe, the then 18 years old, on in the 77 minutes as a roll of dice. Moments later, Wigan won a free kick. Instead of deferring to the senior players, the teenager demanded the ball. In his first touch ever in professional league football, Bettoni coiled a sublime top-bin left-footed free kick past the goalkeeper to equalize. He later latched a clever flick in transition, raced clean through the goal, and calmly slotted home the winner with his weak foot. It was Wigan's first away win of the season, and it instantly cemented him as one of the cold-blooded young talents in the league. Bettoni is best in operating in half spaces. He does not play like a static target. He uses his long stride to cover grounds rapidly, picking up the ball on the turn and executing progressive carries. His tactical awareness allows him to find pockets of space that shorter players struggle to see over defensive line. His left foot is a lethal weapon. He whips on diagonal crossfield passes, switch play effortlessly, and set-piece delivery is already Premier League caliber. He strikes the ball with clean, minimal backlifts, making a shot from the edge of the ball highly unpredictable for goalkeepers. Having played under Ryan Lowe in a physical landscape of the League One, Bettoni is highly combative. He doesn't shy away from defensive duties. In defensive transition, his physical frame makes him a highly effective counter-presser, using his reach to intercept passes and disrupt build-up. With 27 senior appearances already under his belt, Bettoni is far too developed to waste away playing academy football with under 21. The most logical plan is to integrate him into the preseason squad under Xabi Alonso, allowing the Spaniard to assess his technical ceiling firsthand. Afterwards, expect us to arrange a high-end look, likely to a top-tier League One or a Championship side, where he is guaranteed 30+ stats to refine his tactical discipline. He even got some vital character building in the FA Cup 4th round this year, playing 14 minutes against Arsenal. Wigan lost 4-0, but getting a taste of a high-pressing Premier League side is exactly what will accelerate his development. Besides, it's good for our young players to get a close-up look on what not to do in terms of bottling trophies. With his contract locked in until 2030, this is another low-risk astronomical reward signing. If he hits his developmental ceiling under Xabi Alonso tutelage, we have a little midfield unicorn on our hands. And with that said, that's the end of the video, my friends. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Good.